So yeah, that's the main timeline game. All the other games down here are technically not canon. They were canon at sometimes they weren't. But yeah, so yeah, now let's go through the rest of these games. This is going to be a pretty much fast shoot on this, so strap in. Castlevania Chronicles. I hate this game, bro. People really enjoy this game. I do not like this game. For me, it's got the one of the best soundtracks, but for me personally, I don't like this game at all. It is freaking harder than hard, and it's just like, ugh. Okay, you want to talk about a game that's a F for me? That is Circle of the Moon. I do not like this game. You must understand how much I don't like Circle of the Moon. When you look at the map, it turns the music off. It's a very weird game. You have to press forward all the time to run. It drives me absolutely bananas. Every platform you stop, you gotta press forward. The screen is too zoomed in, so you can't really see what you're going after. There's so many weird things in this game. I don't like Nathan. There's so many things about Circle of the Moon that I don't like. It's one of my absolutely least favorite games. In fact, I used to think Circle of the Moon was canon and then found out it wasn't because they took it out. It was canon and they took it out. And I was so happy I didn't have to play it no more in the actual timeline playthrough. It's one of those games that I don't ever want to touch it again. I do not like it. Harmony of Despair is the online game. That game's fun. I like this game a lot, bro. I played a lot of it on the 360 with the homies. I still have it actually, but there's like a Discord and stuff too where they're still playing these games. So that one's good. Castlevania Judgment's trash. Like, let's be honest, just a weird fighting game. I don't like it at all. Castlevania Legends. It's okay. Technically, this is the first Belmont. Technically, but they erased this canonically, so now it's not the first Belmont. But this was gonna be the first. She's technically the first Belmont, but they took all that shit away, so now this isn't canon. It's an okay game, but I actually think the other, I think Belmont's Revenge is the better Game Boy game for sure. Castlevania 64, I actually enjoy. I know that's crazy to say. I'd give it a C. I enjoy Castlevania 64, and I enjoy Legacy of Darkness more than Castlevania 64. Both of these games are, when people say, oh, those games are hard, y'all just suck at games, bro. That's all it is. You're not taking your time with those games. These games aren't even hard. They have easy lock on. They're very, very simple games. They're just like, you just have to follow the rules of the parameter within the game, especially Legacy of Darkness. Legacy of Darkness is essentially just an improved version of Castlevania 64, but, you know, a different timeline, you know, quote unquote, or whatever. But I really, really enjoy both of those games. And there's like multiple characters you can play as. It has a lot going for it, in my opinion. There's a lot of like, how would you know moments, I guess you could say. But if you wait long enough or just, you know, mull around, there's ways to find out. There's a lot of clues in the areas, and the whole like platforming thing, you can just hold A and you'll just grab onto any ledge and pull yourself up. So I never understood the whole like people not being able to like platform in that game. Kid Dracula is a fun game. I'd actually put this probably above all of the other Game Boy games. Kid Dracula is extremely fun. It's a spin-off game. It's actually just one of those games that I think is pretty enjoyable, and it's kind of difficult, but it's like funny and just a good like spoof time, you know. Vampire Killer, I'm guessing this is the MSX version. Yes, this is the MSX version. You know what? I actually really like this game. I was shocked how much I like this game. It's very, 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 very different than the original Castlevania game in almost every single way, shape, and form. You got to find keys, and there's a lot more secrets, and it's a lot more backtracking. You backtrack in this game. So this game might even, I'm not sure in the timeline, maybe you guys can let me know, this game might even supersede Simon Quest when it comes to Metroidvania like. But it's not a bad game. It's not a great game either. You know, it's got a lot of jank, and I still think like it doesn't look good either. Like the original Castlevania looks much better than the MSX version, but you know, it's still decent. Mirrors of Fate, I don't like this game at all. We're just not even gonna talk about Mirrors of Fate, bro. I'm not a big fan of Gabriel Belmont in general, but yeah, that one's not for me. This is the Castlevania arcade game. This game's not bad, bro. We played this game just this year for the first time ever because I got it, and it's so fun. It's very much just like a roller coaster ride Castlevania game. So I'm gonna give it a C because it's just average. It's not like, you know, the greatest shit ever, but it's one of those games that truly, truly does feel like an awesome roller coaster ride in the Castlevania world, and it shows a lot of love and respect to it. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, I have the poster like right on my wall because I think it's a dope ass poster. But I hate this game. The stealth in this game and the way that things are portrayed are awful. The first like 10 minutes of this game are awesome though. Like the first like 20-30 minutes of the game are really good. But then after that, it just runs right into the ground. I'm not sure what that is. Alright, Castlevania Chronicles is the remake of Rondo of Blood. I'd give this a B, bro. It's really good. The characters are just a little stiff, but it's still pretty solid. I prefer the original Rondo in almost every single way, but it's a really good remake, really solid remake. Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth, bro. This was fun. Now this makes Castlevania The Adventure look like fucking dog crap, bro. I love playing this game. And this is my first time playing this game for this last marathon, and everything about this game felt really good, really solid. Great graphics, great music. You know, you play very simple, but it's playing like the Game Boy game, you know. So what can you expect from it? This is the phone game. It's trash. It's zoomed in way too much. I hate it. Haunted Castle is the arcade game. I don't know, bro. This game is rough, dog. And what's crazy is you can't even, like, most games on the arcade, you can just use continues to keep going. You can't do that in that game. You can only continue so much. So it's one of those really hard games to play. This is Mirrors of Fate again. So I don't know what that is. I think it's Kid Dracula again too. Unless there's two Kid Dracula games. Maybe there is and I missed one. Castlevania Lords of Shadow is actually pretty decent. I kind of like this game. It's not the best game on the planet, but it very much has a lot of style, and you know, even though it's not canon or anything like that, who cares at the end of the point? I like that Castlevania is one of those games that's contained in its story, and like 13 games is the main canon, and there's like nothing else in main canon. All this other stuff is just like side stuff, you know? I enjoy that. I think that's sick. Super Castlevania. Super Castlevania is a great game. It's just one of those games that I'm not really like the biggest passion person about. I'd probably give it a C. Like, I know a lot of people who love Super Castlevania, but I feel like it's a little too easy. The fact that you can like whip upwards and stuff, like you can whip above you. It's one of those games that's a fun little ride, but I don't really like to like replay it. So, oh, here's Simon's Quest Redacted right here. That's funny. Okay, well look, if they have Simon's Quest Redacted and Simon's Quest, I'd put the original Simon's Quest probably at a C then. Hell, maybe even at a D for the real translation. Yeah, I put it at a D, bro. I put it ahead of Belmont's Revenge, since they have Redacted. So Simon's Quest Redacted, I'd give an A. For sure. That's cool. Curse of the Moon is the small game. I didn't really like these games, man. They're okay. Not the greatest things for me. C. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It's complicated. Liked it, but didn't like it. A lot of grindiness to it. Some of the backer pictures were hilarious. I had a good time with it, though, overall. Happy I beat it. Fun fights, I guess, but I'd give it a C. It's respected. Curse of the Moon 2, much better than the first one, but I'd still probably just give it a C. I've never played, this is the iPad game, I never got to play that. And yeah, man, That's it, bro. That is my tiers, bro. So in the S tier, we got Lament of Innocence, Rondo of Blood, Aria of Sorrow, Dracula's Curse, and Order of Ecclesia. In the A tier, we have Symphony of the Night, Bloodlines, Original Castlevania, and Simon's Quest Redacted. In the B tier, we have Curse of Darkness, Harmony of Despair, the what do you call these? The Dracula Chronicles. That's right. Castlevania: The Adventure, Lords of Shadow. In the C tier, we got Super Castlevania, Harmony of Dissonance, Portrait of Ruin, Legacy of Darkness, Dawn of Sorrow, Castlevania, Vampire Killer, and the MSX, Castlevania on the arcade, Curse of the Moon 2, Curse of the Moon, Bloodstained. In the D bracket, we got Kid Dracula, Simon Quest, Belmont's Revenge, that's Castlevania: The Adventure 2, Castlevania Chronicles, Castlevania Legends, Haunted Castle. And in the F, we have Castlevania: The Adventure, Castlevania Circle of the Moon, fuck you, you should be at the bottom. Castlevania Mirrors of Fate, Castlevania 2 Lords of Shadow, Castlevania Order of Shadows, and then Circle of the Moon. So yeah, man. That's it, bro. That's it. That's my Castlevania tier. Now this may change, as the years go on, and I keep doing this. I do it every single year in December. So I'd love to have y'all there if y'all would like to be a part of it. Follow the Twitch and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me on this one, man. I appreciate y'all. If y'all stuck all the way through the end, you're more than welcome to put up your own tier below, put up your own list. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk it out. I love to have a conversation about people's favorites. Love to know, did you guys agree with anything? And did any of these shock you? Any of these like blow your mind or anything? Anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Love to have a full conversation about it. But y'all be easy out there, and I'll see y'all on the next one, baby. Peace.